Hey guys, Zibratas Cosplay here, and today we're going to be electroplating my Doomfist gauntlet with 24 karat gold, and I hope we'll all learn something. So why gold plating, you ask? Well, the thing is, my gauntlet is made of mostly mild steel. There are some stainless steel parts, but a lot of it is mild steel. That means that it might stain or rust or tarnish. So gold plating is not only for aesthetic reasons, because Doomfist gauntlet is sort of golden, sort of brass looking, but also for protective reasons, because it's so inert and doesn't react with anything, so it doesn't rust or tarnish, and it will remain shiny. So today I'm gonna begin with the palm armor. We're gonna disassemble it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the inside, and then we're gonna go through the steps together. So I'm gonna begin with removing the finger armor, side plates and the top. There is a lot of wiring underneath because there's so many LEDs and then the pressure sensor, so I don't really want to mess around with that too much, but you will get a glimpse of what's underneath.
So as you see here, there's LEDs underneath each and every plate in the fist. Those are for the punch animation that it does, so with this bluish glow. I used hot glue to affix the cables to the structure and also to diffuse the light, because LEDs are really spotty, but with this opaque substance on them, they diffuse the light and have a nice glow. And all the plates that go on top are just held in place with bolts.
When it comes to surface preparation, you need to clean the surface and then activate it. The compound that I'm going to use is called MPU, so it both gives a finishing shine and also activates the surface. Let's give it a good shake before we actually apply it. So you want to be quite sparing with this one, I think. It's kind of thin. You don't want too much of it because you're going to be wiping off a lot of it, and you don't need to clean it that thoroughly after you apply the MPU compound. You can gold plate it right after. You know, it doesn't interfere with the plating process, but yeah, you need to go really thorough. So now the surface is activated. Now actual plating begins. So we're going to take this bench power supply, set it to 4.5 volts-ish. 3 to 4 usually does the job. Sometimes you need more. It depends on how thick of a layer you're trying to build. I'm going to start with 4.5 because I've had some good results with some test pieces. You take the piece that you want to plate, connect it with the ground cable, and then you take your electrode. So this one is made of graphite or carbon. Same thing really. You connect it to the positive one. This is a swab that I used before. We can reuse them just because there is still some of the solution on it. Now we have the power flowing, and I'm going to show you up close how the gold actually settles on the steel and forms a nice layer for us. Gently start applying it. You want to keep moving. You don't want to deposit an uneven amount in the one side or the other. You want it really even. Try not to breathe in the fumes because it's not good for you, obviously. Keep swabbing, keep swabbing. You want to have consistent motions. Let me dip it again. See, it's like tiny part of the solution. You can go for quite a long time, like quite a few minutes per piece. It really depends on how thick you want the plating to be, but in essence, this is how you do it. So yeah, the small bits are now done, as you can see. Like there's a pile of them here, a little treasure. So now I'm gonna move on to the bigger plates, the actual knuckle guard, and then the wrist plate, and then the sides as well.
Remember that you cannot cut corners on preparation. There are a few different chemicals that activate the surface you're gonna electroplate, but they all do the same thing, which is remove dirt and oil so the gold can reach the surface and bind to it easier. So don't think that you can save time and you'll just end up doing it twice and waste a lot of material.
I finished plating all of the things that I wanted today. There's another step that I need to do is sealing. So it's like kind of like a final polish slash seal to really make the gold really shiny. So I'm not sure if I should do it now or after I assemble it. Probably now, just because it's gonna be easier while all the pieces are off. So I'm gonna polish it up and then assemble it and show you the final product.
So here's a before and after montage of my gauntlet, and I think it came out really good. The shoulder and arm side plates were a bit more difficult to cover in gold just because of the large surface area and it's harder to do it evenly. And I did spend more time on edges and all the parts that stuck out just because I know that they'll experience most wear and tear, so the thicker layer will do it, good. So overall I'm pretty pleased how this worked out. This was my first longer form cosplay video and I intend on making more of these. So please subscribe for more and let me know what you thought about this one. Thanks!